Coming up on the Daily O, winter weather came early to Oklahoma. We'll tell you what the outcome was.
And new advancements for higher education in Oklahoma. All this and more is coming up. The Daily O starts now.
Good evening and welcome to the Monday edition of the Daily O. I'm Emmy Sangvalai.
And I'm Rayma Coleman. We're glad you're with us. As the winter weather hit Oklahoma today, so did dangerous collisions. Just this morning, EMSA reported that paramedics responded to 82 traffic accidents, which is 11 times more than normal. One of these accidents, a tractor trailer that overturned on I-40. The crash caused heavy damage to the semi and a spill. It was not clear what the semi was carrying or if anyone was injured. Hazmat crews has responded to the scene.
A big change is coming to Oklahoma State University's presence in Tulsa, one that could transform how students earn their degrees. For the first time, OSU will offer freshman and sophomore classes on its Tulsa campus in the historic Greenwood District, allowing students to complete all 4 years without having to travel to Stillwater. University leaders say Senate Bill 701 made the expansion possible, giving regions the authority to approve lower division courses where workforce needs are growing. The new program will also create a full pre-med pathway in Tulsa, connecting undergraduates directly to OSU's Center for Health Sciences and its growing network of medical residencies. OSU's president calls the move a long-awaited solution, turning Tulsa into a true 4-year public university option for the first time.
In Norman, the University of Oklahoma is reviewing concerns from a student claiming religious discrimination. OU says it's investigating the claim that her religious beliefs were treated unfairly after she disputed a grade on a reaction paper. The student filed a discrimination complaint saying her response, which outlined her faith, was penalized during an assignment involving gender expression and peer relations. The university confirms the instructor who graded the assignment has been placed on administrative leave while this review is underway. In a statement, OU says it's committed to protecting students' rights to express sincerely held religious beliefs.
It's time to check in with Aaron Stinson for our week preview. Aaron?
Thanks, Emmy. We're approaching the holiday season, so it's the perfect time to give some tickets to your friends and get out of the house this week. Starting on Wednesday, the rock group Trans-Siberian Orchestra will be at the BOK Center in Tulsa at 7. Then, moving all the way to Friday night, the Tulsa Oilers take the ice against the Wichita Thunder at 7:05. And finally, on Friday night, the Dallas Mavericks roll into town to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Tip-off at 8:30. Well, that's all I got for this week. Back to you guys.
We had some flurries overnight. Let's check in with Tyler Tripodi in the Weather Center to see if we can expect that again this evening. Tyler?
We certainly did, Rayma. Many of you probably, like myself, opened the door this morning to find some snow and ice on your car, but a couple of minutes of defroster took that right out, and we got going with our day, and that's what we're going to continue doing this week, as we're not going to see too much more of that ice and snow. Right now, conditions out 32 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature. However, our real feel sitting around 26 degrees, partially because of that 6-mile-per-hour wind coming out of the west. If we take a look off the west side of campus, we can see that it's pretty cloudy out right now, very overcast. We're not getting any sunshine through right now, but there's also no precipitation coming down, so I think we'll go ahead and say we're about even for right now. We'll talk a little bit more about what we're going to expect over the next couple of days in a little bit. For right now, I'll send it back to the desk.
All right, Tyler. When we return, it's the season of giving. We have how you can give back here on campus.
And a classic Christmas tale returns to the Tulsa, this time with some new twists. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl Salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl Salsa is an olive oil-based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten-free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Christmas season begins. OSU Student Volunteer Center is hosting its annual Angel Tree fundraiser. The program provides the OSU and Stillwater communities with an opportunity to come together and bring hope to the holidays for local underprivileged children. President Jim Hess says that the program is one of the clearest expressions of the cowboy code, and every angel on the tree represents a real opportunity to make a difference. To participate in the initiative, go to the angel tree that is located on the second floor in the Student Union outside of the campus lounge to get started. You will then go purchase the gift for your child and return it to the angel tree where the rest of the gifts are.
Going off the theme of the holiday season, A Christmas Carol is returning to the Tulsa Performing Arts Center with some fresh twists. The twists come with the actors behind Jacob Marley and the Ghost of Christmas Present, adding new in-depth humor to the iconic roles. The actor who plays Marley says that this year's portrayal of the character leans into the more terror and tenderness, while the Ghost of Christmas Present will focus on the larger-than-life warmth that provides guidance. Performances of A Christmas Carol run throughout December, with tickets available through the Performing Arts Center's website and box office.
It's going to be a cold few days, but it looks like it might warm up by the end of this week. Let's check back in with Tyler to see what we can watch out for. Tyler?
Yeah, it's going to stay cold overnight. However, getting into the days, we are going to see temperatures start to climb back up into the 50s, but we'll get more into that in the 7-day forecast. Right now, let's take a look at this radar. As you can see, we kind of have a cloud front that's moving across the eastern portion of the state. This is kind of from 5 o'clock on to midnight here. If you were in the western part of the state and you saw some snow today, that would be because in that cloud system, there is some pockets of some snow showers and things like that. Nothing that's going to stick to the ground yet. The ground's still a little too warm for anything to really have an impact on temperatures or on conditions down on the ground. However, as we look into tomorrow, we can see that that system is going to fully move out of the state and leave us pretty clear for the rest of the week. Not really tracking anything across the state. There's going to be some stuff on the next day moving in from Colorado over the Rockies down into the Panhandle here in Guymon. We can see it here. Just, again, a cloud system. I'm not really expecting too much to form out of this. However, as it kind of makes its way across the rest of the state, we will start to see some pockets kind of pop up. I expect nothing more than about maybe 1/10 of an inch of snow in any spot, specifically in the Panhandle. But for the rest of the state, it's really just going to be clouds. Some things for you to look out for over the next couple of days, however, that's going to be those nighttime lows. As we talked about, those are going to continue to get down into the 20s with wind chill, even down into the teens. Another thing, we are looking at a warmer weekend. Those temperatures that we said getting up into the 50s, 51, 52, even 53 possible. A little bit warm for this time of the year, but we'll take it with how cold it's been the last couple of days. And finally, sunshine. As we talked about, there is going to be some clouds, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty clear this week, so enjoy that sunshine while we've got it. We'll talk a little bit more about it later. For right now, we'll send it back to the desk.
We'll be on the lookout, Tyler. When we return, new advancements in peace talks across the world.
And an update on the tragic shooting in D.C. last week. The Daily returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
Looking nationally, President Donald Trump says there's a good chance for a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, but his negotiators aren't celebrating just yet. Trump's special envoy is headed to the Kremlin in the next phase of talks the administration is calling very productive. This comes after a high-level meetings in Florida with Ukraine's new negotiating team, amid turmoil over the removal of its top peace broker in a corruption scandal. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says much work remains, with both sides claiming substantial progress. Russian President Vladimir Putin has signed off on the latest version of Trump's 28-point peace plan, but is still demanding Ukraine withdraw from territory in the Donbas, leaving one of the biggest obstacles unresolved.
A deadly shooting near the White House is raising questions about how some of Afghan allies were vetted after the U.S. withdrew from Afghanistan. Prosecutors say 29-year-old Ramanella Nakanwal, a former member of a covert CIA-backed Zero unit, shot 2 National Guard members last week, killing one and critically injuring the other. Nakanwal was among thousands of elite Afghans evacuated in 2021. Advocates say many of them have been living in legal limbo ever since, without permanent status or work permits. The case has triggered a political blame game, with both Trump and Biden officials accusing the other of failing to properly vet him, though intelligence officers say he underwent multiple security checks. The FBI has not identified a motive, and investigators say they're still working to understand what led to the attack.
In New York, the man accused of killing United Health CEO Brian Thompson is back in court today for a pretrial hearing that could determine what evidence jurors will ever see. Prosecutors say 27-year-old Luigi Mangione shot Thompson outside a Manhattan hotel last year. He pled not guilty to state and federal charges, the case carrying a possible death penalty. This week's hearing will focus on whether police legally obtained physical evidence and statements made during the arrest. Defense attorneys argue officers violated his constitutional rights and want the judge to block a notebook and other writings. The judge could take at least a week before deciding what stays and what's thrown out before the case heads to trial.
Post-holiday travel troubles aren't over just yet. A new winter storm system is moving across the country, threatening to disrupt the start of December. Tyler joins us from the Weather Center, where he's tracking the winter weather alerts impacting over 70 million Americans. What's it looking like, Tyler?
Well, it's looking pretty bad in some areas of the country right now. Hundreds of flights already being canceled or delayed. As we take a look, excuse me, here's the main storm system we're tracking. So as you can see up here, we have that winter storm system. This line through here kind of at Louisville and Washington, that's going to be your wintry mix. You're going to see some sleet, some snow, some rain. Not a whole lot sticking on the ground, though. The main area is this kind of blue zone up here. And that's going right now through Chicago and Milwaukee. It's going to make its way across the east, as you saw, going through Columbus all the way into New York and Boston. Over the next couple of days, I expect probably a few more hundred, maybe even 1,000 flights getting canceled across the country or delayed. Also, we're going to be looking at areas down here in Atlanta and Charlotte where those severe thunderstorms are going to be pulling through, also delaying and impacting travel. However, that's not the only system that we're going to be tracking. If we move over here to the western side of the country, we see we do have a snow system kind of moving up from Canada. It'll split, part of it coming down here into the Rockies, the other part staying up in Canada, coming across the top or the southern part of Canada and the northern part of the U.S., affecting areas in Michigan and things like that. This This storm system that's moving down into the Rockies, however, this is the one that has the most likely chance of affecting us here in Oklahoma. As it kind of sweeps down off of those Rockies, the bottom portion of that storm will probably catch the panhandle there in Guymon as well as northern parts of the state as it makes its way across Kansas. Now, I don't expect us to see any, particularly large amounts of snow from that storm, but it is something to keep in mind as we get a little bit later in the week. We'll continue tracking this storm throughout the week as it affects travel moving eastward, but that's all I got for right now. We'll see you in the 7-day forecast. For right now, send it back to you guys.
The World Health Organization is changing how it treats obesity, and now it includes some of the most talked about weight loss drugs. The World Health Organization is officially recommending GLP-1 medications alongside diet and exercise for long-term obesity management. This is a major shift from seeing obesity as a lifestyle issue to recognizing it as a chronic disease. The agency says the drugs can help reduce appetite, but warns they aren't a standalone solution. High costs remain a barrier, with some medications running over $1,000 a month through new federal deals could lower prices.
Cowboy football finishes up their disappointing season. Andrew Dunham has that and more after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Andrew Dunham. Let's talk some sports here in Stillwater. War is over. After losing to Iowa State on Saturday 20-13, the Cowboys had a final record of 1-11 for the season. This is the worst season in program history, with no conference wins and only one non-conference win over FCS opponent UT Martin. As of today, the Cowboys haven't won a conference game in 1,169 days, and that count will continue until the beginning of next season. But on the bright side, the 25th head coach of Cowboy football has been announced. Eric Morris, current head coach at North Texas, has taken the job at OSU. Morris has been the head coach at UNT since 2023 and has really turned the program around. After going 5-7 in his first year to 11-1 this year. He's coached some prominent NFL quarterbacks, such as Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, and Cam Ward, to name a few. Morris is the first sitting head coach hired since 1969 and the first time in school history to hire a sitting head coach from a school as small as North Texas. Along with Morris, North Texas General Manager Raj Murdy and other staffers were in Stillwater yesterday. And with signing day just around the corner this week, there are signs that Murdy is working with OSU recruiting. Now moving on to the court, Cowgirl basketball went 2-0 this weekend. Cowgirls were at the Cayman Islands Classic and picked up a pair of wins over Charlotte and Miami, including a career-high performance by Jaden Wooten with 26 points. Keeping it on the court, Cowboy basketball is 7-0 for the first time since the 2019-2020 season. The Cowboys defeated Northwestern on Thanksgiving night 86-81. Head coach Steve Lutz reflects on what they need to work on following the matchup.
We did have some miscues down the stretch and fouled two, and gave them 2 and 1s when we absolutely shouldn't have. And then Parsa, we switched the ball screen and just let the kid shoot the layup. Like, we've got to be better. But those are things that we've got to continue to work on in practice and work on it in the game. Northwestern's a good team. Like, that's a good basketball team. They'll be in the upper half, I would think, of the Big Ten. And I think this will prove to be a better win as time goes on.
Well, tonight is the Athletes Unlimited Softball League 2025 draft. Former Cowgirls Rachel Becker, Haley Busby, Megan Delgadillo, and Sam Show are all available for the allocation draft. The league includes 6 teams: the Bandits, Talons, Blaze, Volts, Cascade, and the new OKC Sparks. This is the second season that the league is in play, where OSU alum Lexi Kilfoyle was the first Cowgirl drafted into the league. You can watch the draft tonight on ESPNU starting at 7. That's a look from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. It's time to set sights to the sky. Emmy and Rama have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
Wicked for Good defies all expectations, becoming the largest ever opening of a Broadway adaptation this weekend. Abby Walson has that in our A-List update. Abby?
The sequel to Wicked had a wonderful debut in theaters with an opening weekend of $226 million worldwide. The movie has a 95% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and an A on CinemaScore. Fans were all decked out, showing up to the theaters in pink and green, representing the famous two leads. To build the excitement before the premiere, NBC aired a special called Wicked One Wonderful Night, which garnered 3.6 million viewers. If you haven't already, just follow that yellow brick road all the way to theaters and you will be changed for good. That's all I have for your A-List update. Back to you at the desk.
Turn your eyes to the night sky this week as the last supermoon of the year is about to make its appearance. NASA says a supermoon happens when a full moon swings closer to Earth, making it look up to 14% bigger and 30% brighter. This Thursday lunar show is the final in a 3-moon streak for 2025. You won't need special equipment, just clear skies, but don't expect a dramatic difference. The change is subtle, with the biggest wow effect coming when the moon sits low on the horizon.
If you didn't get enough of your favorite desserts over Thanksgiving, don't worry, it's National Pie Day. The food holiday celebrates everything from classic apple and pecan to more decadent picks like chocolate and lemon meringue. Bakeries across the country say they're seeing a spike in orders, and some are even offering deals to mark the day. Pie lovers say what makes the dessert special is its range. Sweet or savory, homemade or store-bought, there's a slice for everyone. Whether you like yours warm with ice cream or cold right out of the fridge, grab a slice and make sure to post your favorite with hashtag National Pie Day.
I love pie, Emmy. You have me so hungry. But before we go to our 7-day, I want to ask Tyler, what is your favorite pie?
You know, I'm so glad you asked because I have a couple of options. If it's warm, I'm going apple pie. If we're cold, my grandmother's chocolate cream pie is probably the best. It's a nostalgia thing for me. But let's get into that 7-day forecast. So as we can see, looking for tomorrow, we're going to get back up into that 50-degree, 51 being the high as we move into Wednesday. We'll see those temperatures start to come down a little bit, 48 the high there, and then 33 on Thursday. Those lows, however, like we talked about, staying in the 20s, and that's going to continue through the rest of the week. Again, 47 Saturday, 52. That's when we're going to get back up into those 50-degree temperatures, and then that'll stick around. Sunday going down a little bit back into the 40s, but Monday coming back up into the 50s. That trend's going to continue into next week. That could change as the days continue. And again, these lows, be very careful at night. It will get below freezing. You could see some ice form, so when you're walking out of your house, in the morning, just make sure you're looking before you step out. There's nothing worse than going out and slipping on some ice, but that's kind of a look at that 7-day forecast. Now, what I'm curious about, because obviously you guys asked me, but I'd like to know from you guys, what is everybody else's favorite pie? Andy, how about you start?
Well, it's hard to meet a pie I don't like, but I'd have to go shout out my Nana. She makes a good chocolate pie. Also, coconut cream pie is up there with mine. What about you, Andy?
I'm stuck. I'm really torn. I love cherry and I love pumpkin pie, but with cherry, I've got to have it almond mode, and pumpkin pie, it's got to be the whipped cream.
Okay.
You know, I agree with the almond mode as well, but my personal favorite, my grandma Rita, she makes the best, and I'm talking the best apple cherry pie in Oklahoma, and I like to do a nice scoop of ice cream. I tried it myself. I can't do it. Some she does, but I love it so much. It just reminds me of home. So, I mean, yeah. That's really all.
I think, like Andy said, you really can't go wrong with pie.
Yeah.
It's one of those desserts.
I'm trying to think of ones I don't like.
Right.
I don't know.
I can't.
They're
all delicious.
They really are.
Well, that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happening here in Stillwater and across the state. For the Daily O, I'm Raymo Coleman.
And I'm Emmy Sangalai. Have a great night, everyone.
Got a computer issue? Meet AB Computers, Stillwater's trusted experts in computer repairs. We understand how important your devices are to you. That's why we offer fast turnaround times, so you're never disconnected for long.
Hello, my name is Roger Smith. I'm the owner of AB Computers here in Stillwater. I offer excellent services for repairs, upgrades, custom build of systems. I do Mac and PC repair. I've got best prices on pretty much everything you can look for.
We service all types of computers, from PCs and gaming rigs to tablets and everything in between. Whatever your tech needs, AB Computers is your one-stop solution. Whether it's a locked screen, a sluggish system, or any other tech trouble, AB Computers has you covered. Visit us at 211 North Perkins Road, Suite number 10, right next to Walmart. Our new location offers easy access and plenty of parking, making it more convenient than ever to get the expert help you need.
Thank you for coming to Stay and Play Pet Resort. This is where we can board your pet at any time for your convenience and make them feel at home. We have 5 different kennels for your pet. We have luxury suites that come with TV, camera, fireplace. The webcam is at your free. We have Kitty City where you can board your cat for multiple different prices. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a free chauffeur service. If you go to Baker Animal Clinic, you can drop your pet off anywhere between 7:30 a.m. and no later than 8 a.m. Stay and Play Pet Resort offers a game day sports package. For $37, you can drop your dog off during the game day as early as 7:30 in the morning. Policy states you do not have to pick up your pet up until 1 hour after the game. At Stay and Play Pet Resort, we thrive to treat your best and give them the best at home feeling.